make it work. And I think that you probably can talk to a lot of other parents and they're like, I don't know what life was before this. It's just about getting stuff done. You know, we do have 2 babies, but I think we take a lot of pride in both of them and making sure that they both flourish, him as a baby and the truck as a business. Well, my first 2 years playing overseas, I played in Belgium. So when I was there, I kind of fell in love with this food. If you haven't been to Belgium, it's kind of gloomy in the winter, so I was away from home, I was away from my family. So one of the things that I felt comfortable with and found comfort in were these waffles. But I was adamant that it was something that I enjoyed so much, I wanted to eventually bring it home. And then it kind of grew, once we got together, it kind of grew from just being a stand or a cart to the truck.
I remember it being January, we were coming home, or it was December, and we were coming home from New Year's or Christmas with my family. And we were driving to the airport, and my dad said something like, so what are your New Year's resolutions? And she said, like, I really want to make something happen with this waffle thing. That summer, she played and you guys won that championship. And then 4 days after winning the 2017 championship, we found this cool 1950s Ford step van in Elk River, Minnesota. And we were like, we'll take it.
Gypsy has been, for the last, 15 years of my life and probably the past 8 years of yours, the way that we live. As a female athlete, all you're doing is packing up and traveling and moving around, basically living out of a bag. And the sweet came from the traditional waffles, the Liège waffles. They have pearl sugar in them, which makes them extremely different from any type of Belgian waffle that you feel like you're going to get here. I could probably say that anybody who has any type of company or anything that they're putting their passion behind, that they want the name to be perfect. They want it to be symbolic of everything that they would expect it to be.
It's a great community.
It's a amazing community. I think that we spend so much time here that even though we're not from here, even though we lack a lot of family and friends here, we still wanted to do something for this community. And I think that was the determining factor, is that we fell in love with the people here and we wanted to share a little bit of ourselves with them.
I remember when I went in to the doctor and she was like, you're going to have to be admitted to the hospital tonight because we're going to have this baby. And the day before, I was on our truck's floor installing our racks into our, and I was like in there. So I like had this belly and I'm like in there trying to squeeze. And that's really what it is. It's like you just keep going and somehow it just works.
Yeah.
But it really is trying to balance that. We have a baby in the corner and we also have a 60-quart mixer going to try to figure out how we're going to serve these waffles.
So figuring out how to be a functioning parent, to be a functioning small business owner, and to take those steps to get your body where it needs to be. It's been so difficult. Thankfully, I'm not by myself. I have a lot of help, but it's hard. Your career doesn't last forever, so eventually you have to start putting other things into play that you want to transition into. And I think that this is something that I feel extremely comfortable being able to transition into. I think jumping into something new is always going to come with its own fears. As an athlete, you're right. Everything that I've done since I was 13 was to play basketball. Every decision that I made was about basketball. So when you have to try to figure out what else to do, you have to kind of really try to figure out, what else do I like? What else am I passionate about? What else am I going to enjoy doing every day? And that's hard. Most people don't get more than one passion in life. So yeah, there's a little bit of fear with trying to transition into something else. But as an athlete, you kind of know how to roll with the punches. You kind of know how to say, this needs to be done. How do I get it done? So I feel confident and comfortable, especially having someone who is as creative as she is on my side, because that's one thing that I lack. So I feel like together as a team that we'll be fine.
I think we have a pretty good balance where we've worked with each other for so long. I know what she would want, and I know that my vision along with hers is kind of along the same lines. So having me here with some help is how we're going to manage.